I'm Lydia Crivens, and I'm the Director of Interagency Partnerships here at the Memphis Child Advocacy Center. I've been in this position a little over a year and a half, and in my role, I work with the agencies and organizations and individuals who investigate allegations of child abuse. So I don't have the opportunity to work with the children and families we serve very often. On last year, I had to go to court to present some information on the CAC at the beginning of a trial. But as we were waiting for our trial to start, there was a case that was before ours, and the little girl was in the hallway preparing to go in and testify. And she found out that she would not have to go in and testify because her abuser pled to more than 30 years in prison, and she wouldn't have to testify and face him again in court. The look of relief and joy on her face, the look of relief and joy on her mother and grandparents and great aunts and uncles. She had such a support system with her. And when I saw that collective relief, it reminded me why we do the work that we do. It reminded me that we are ensuring the safety of our most valuable resources here in Shelby County. It reminded me that this work that we do is worth it, and it made me appreciate it even more.
I myself went through the Memphis CAC as a child, and I still remember coming in and talking to the investigators and getting a chance to tell my story and to use my voice for a reason. I still have my teddy bear that I got off the wall. So the kids that come through these doors, I get it, and I want to be part of the solution, help them get back to live a life of purpose and of happiness and joy. I got a second chance, and knowing that these kids can have a second chance too, that's what motivates me.
When a family comes to the Advocacy Center, we're one of the first people that they meet. And we're meeting them at a time when they have really suffered a very tragic experience in their life, and that experience causes a lot of problems. We're there to, help them sort through whatever needs they may have, whatever consequences they're experiencing because of the abuse. I guess the way I look at it, what motivates me to do this job is that I'm there to work with them, there to help them navigate to get back to a more stable life. I look at it like this. The phrase that I like to use all the time when I'm talking with families is, you got this.
We had a call from the Homicide Bureau, child about 8 to 10 years old. When he walked in, when it's his time for me to talk to him, he flopped in the chair across from me and he said, "So how was your day?" And I feel that God puts a shield around these children, around their hearts, so that he didn't feel that pain at that moment. At that moment, he was at the Child Advocacy Center. He had the police officers all around him. He had the advocates, and then he was there to talk to one of the interviewers. And he doesn't realize, these children, that they have a whole team on their own. And just think, he hadn't met the whole team. He hadn't met the counselors he's going to meet in the future. He hadn't met the DAs who's going to prosecute the case. It's just a fact that in this building, at that moment, even if it's a laughter or smile at that moment, he was happy at that moment.
I work very, very hard at protecting my own children and just using what I've learned and the things that I do for my own family. And I just want to let other parents know how important it is and some of the things that they can do. So it's life experience.
When people learn about the work that I do, I am often asked, how do you do it? What motivates me to do the work that I do is knowing that I help. I make a difference in the lives of children and their families. When a child comes to the center, he or she is often scared, hurt, and confused. Caregivers sometimes struggling with guilt and wondering what's the next step. I have the rewarding opportunity of providing the needed safe space for them to work through their traumatic experience. Seeing those children and their families complete therapy, smiling and feeling supported, that's what makes me continue to do the work that I do.
We are so thankful that our center is here for the children and families who need us. But what if a child never had to enter our doors? What if a child never had to pick a bear from our bear wall? What if I told you that you and I could have a tremendous impact on child sexual abuse here in Memphis and Shelby County? Our Stewards of Children Child Sexual Abuse Prevention and Response Training is equipping adults with critical tools and information to keep children safe. Adults learn how to respond to suspicions of child sexual abuse, but more importantly, how to prevent child sexual abuse from happening in the first place. We are training a network of adults in our community from all different walks of life. And in what has become our new normal, we now offer Stewards of Children in a virtual format to ensure the safety of all those we are training.